$180. $2,865,180. Therefore, and providing for the issuance of $2,865,180 in bonds or notes of the township to finance the cost thereof. The notice for the ordinance above was published in the Daily Record, the official newspaper of the township of Parsippany Troy Hills, on June 15, 2017. This ordinance was introduced at the June 8, 2017 agenda meeting. Motion to accept the ordinance 2017:14 be heard in its second and final reading by title only by myself, Grignani.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Grignani, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Mr. Peluso?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Public hearing 2017:14. Motion to open the public hearing for ordinance 2017:14.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Grignani, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Mr. Peluso?
Yes.
Floor is open for the public on this ordinance only.
Although I see no one coming up yet from the public, I would just like to state to the record, for the record, and then also ask Ann, this has been one of the utilities that needed some help, and this group, we all have worked together to make it, it's already a gem, but it's going to be, you know, I know there's no guarantees in life, but this is going to be a destination place. Right now, this money will take care of the two places that will be for, you know, the food, you know, for the dining and the east and the west of just the east on this one, because we do have money for the other. And that being said, I know we have asked for money in the past, and when sometimes managers and finance directors come before the council and ask for funding, and then they come back next year and they ask for funding, and they come back the next year and they ask for funding. What I would like to report, and Ann can tell you, that one of the things that was finally accomplished, because we didn't have the weather on our side, is the driving range, and she can tell you when that's going to be, I guess, open.
We're very excited about it. It looks like the 20th of this month we're going to have the grand opening. I hope everyone comes. It's beautiful. You need to come see it. It's going to generate revenue and bring people to the golf course. It's a great improvement. It was existing, but now it's for real, and I hope everyone comes to visit.
So
Very excited about it.
just want to say that, you know, when you vote these things in,
Thank you.
we try to get everybody to muster and make it happen. So, you know, between the weather and all the other things that, you know, make us, we don't quit, and it's going to be great. And I'm sure that we're with the water, you know, the watering, what do we call that?
Irrigation.
Irrigation is coming. That's coming as
And
well.
the drainage.
And drainage. I won't go into the irritation. It was irritation when the gentleman showed us how the thing would
He shows sprinkler heads.
sprinkle heads, but we won't bore you with sprinkle heads. But we're happy. We have smiles on our face because there's a ship here and it's turning and it's turning. I mean, it's a great ship to begin with. So.
Thank you, Ellen.
I'm sorry, I do go
That's
on,
okay.
but yeah, it's
We need
good.
to close the public session.
Yes, I know. I was speaking for all of us. Sorry, I apologize.
Thank you. No
I'm
problem.
done.
Seeing no one else, motion to close the public hearing for ordinance 2017:14.
Second.
Yeah, no, you are.
Motion made by Ms. Grignani, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Mr. Peluso?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Whereas the above ordinance was read in title on second reading and a hearing held thereon. Now therefore be it resolved that said ordinance be passed on final reading, and that a notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in the newspaper according to law. Motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Grignani, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Mr. Peluso?
Yes.
Motion passes.
And a good one.
Ordinance 2017:17.
Just now?
Did we jump over three numbers? We went from-
Yes, there's a reason for that. I can tell you off the record. But it's
Okay.
only because, very simply, well, actually, let me tell you on the record so we're clear. The reason that it jumped is because we have had certain items we had to pass for action, and some items had to be passed at the agenda meeting and not at the actual
Okay.
regular meeting, so that's the reason.
Okay.
So just for the
Thank you.
public, so they're aware.
An ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills in the County of Morris, New Jersey, authorizing the payment of closing costs for the acquisition of properties located in the township through the Township Open Space, Recreation, Floodplain Protection, and Farmland and Historic Preservation Program. Notice for the ordinance above was published in the Daily Record, the official newspaper of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills, held on June 20th, 2017. This ordinance was introduced at the July 11th, 2017 agenda meeting. Motion to accept this ordinance.
Second, Grignani.
Motion made by Mr. DePiero, seconded by Mrs. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Mr. Paluso?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to open a public hearing on this ordinance.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. DePiero, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Mr. Paluso?
Yes.
Motion passes. Floor is open on this ordinance only.
What was the landscape characteristics involved with this landscape, the exact reason that it was sought for open spaces? Is there anything, is there an old farm there? There actually is an old farm there?
Is there an old farm?
There's a tree.
And
The tree farm.
There's a tree.
It's a
farm.
tree
It was a
farm.
tree farm at one time at Parsippany.
the one in the, yeah, back by, yeah,
On Knoll
no.
Road.
So what, there's also two other block lots that encase it. When I looked on the interactive map, are those properties subject to, are they preserved already? Are they subject to any development or anything, or?
Mr. Inglesino, can you answer that question?
I don't think that's on point with this ordinance, Mr. Honiak.
Say again?
That really doesn't have to do with this ordinance.
How is that?
Well, you're asking about different,
No, the properties border on there. There's no such thing as separation in nature. There's two block lots that run right alongside it, so. I was just curious of, is it because the other two block lots are,
I think we already own those.
We do. Gonna say-
I believe
own-
we have
we own
ownership of
those.
those already. We can look
This,
into it and get back to you.
this was the one in the middle that we
Yeah,
were, we
right.
wanted to
yeah.
Pursue.
pursue to make it one big lot.
So it's all three lots together.
Right, we will own all three lots.
All right, that's,
Yes.
say, well,
If I can ask the
if you
administration. if
say
we can
the other two
verify
lots
that,
don't
and get
matter
back
and
to
they
us as
border on
council.
it, that's crazy.
Thank you.
That's like saying Mexico and Canada doesn't.
Rob, we'll do chapter and verse, we'll have it.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah, we'll double check on it, you know,
Seeing
just
no
give
one
me
else?
chapter and verse, we'll
Yeah.
do blocks and lines.
We have someone. We have someone.
Yeah, no road. It's very thankful that finally that tree farm, and they did sell produce at one time too,
Yes.
is being purchased, because I think it goes back 3 administrations. It's been on the open space list. And I do believe the properties next to it are maybe township owned. I think they're already township owned.
We're gonna just verify that.
Yeah,
with
the
blocks and
administration's gonna
lines.
Right,
verify that
right,
for
but
us.
no,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a long time coming.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
all right, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mary.
Mary said it, and I said it.
Seeing no one else?
Yeah. Now, I don't wanna say how
See-
many, well, how many
Motion
years
to
have you
close
lived
public
in Parsippany? How many years? And his years?
Seeing no one
Motion to
else?
close the public session.
Second, Grignani.
Motion made by Mr. DePiero, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Mr. Paluso?
Yes.
Floor is closed.
Whereas the above ordinance was read in title on second reading and the hearing held thereon, now therefore be it resolved that said ordinance be passed on final reading, and a notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in the newspaper according to law. Motion to approve the above resolution.
Second, Grignani.
Motion made by Mr. DePiero, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Mr. Paluso?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Non-consent agenda, there's no resolutions. On the consent agenda, we have a number of resolutions. If I can ask the council to review them, and if you have any questions, please let us know prior to the next meeting.
I have a question. Actually, I don't know if Ellen, you would answer this, or Mr.
Well-
Inglesino would answer. For number 7, a few meetings back, we appointed Mr. Laverty as the conflict counsel.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Lavery, Mr. Galante has been appointed in the past, and he actually is not a conflicts counsel. He comes under the guise as labor. Now, Mr. Tremblay has been negotiating labor contracts and things of that nature. We do have reason on occasion, and we have used Mr. Galante in the past for investigative services, and so there is a need for that role, and it is one that he has played in the past. It's not new, but it just wasn't renewed this year yet.
Okay.
I thought that was changed. Did it get left on the agenda?
No, that was
It still is.
changed. It was
On the agenda I'm looking at, it says conflicts counsel, but
Had it said labor, I would have asked, what about Mr.
Yeah,
Tremblay?
okay.
So
yeah, no,
you answered
that's
the
why I
question.
answered the question.
But fair enough, but I just wanted to make sure, I mean,
Right.
you know, we made sure we actually changed everything because it was inadvertent. It was supposed to be labor right from the beginning.
Right.
Because of the.
Well,
the
like I said, I would have asked the same question like you.
Fair
said,
enough,
Mr. Tremblay.
Paul, I appreciate your veracity there. Thank you. And I just want to mention one that, you know, with regard, you haven't seen this, and item number 4 on the consent agenda has to do with resolutions that when we deal with properties that we've not taken over, that are being left in disrepair and grass cutting and disarray, we need to go back to the council. So number 4 is only 1 out of 5 that we had to go to the council to request them to put a lien on the property, because the other 4 were taken care of. They're doing a phenomenal job downstairs, reaching out to banks or reaching out to people that have taken over the property to maintain it. So
Great.
they're a bit ahead of the game. That there were 5 that they dealt with, and it wound up that only 1 had to go before the council. So that's what that's all about.
Mrs. Sandman, in regards to item number 7, getting
Yes.
back to the councilman's question on Mr. Galante,
Yes.
can you tell me what his hourly wage is? I didn't see it in the contract.
It would be the same, 150.
150? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is there any other questions from the council regarding any of the resolutions? Okay, hearing no other comments, please review them. If you have any questions, please get back to us prior to the next meeting.
Need a motion to adjourn?
In a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Make a
this
motion.
evening?
Second, Grignani.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Mr. Paluso?
Yes.
We're adjourned. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Have a great evening, everyone.
Good night, everyone.